Hello, everybody and the world of YouTube. How are you all doing today? Hoping everybody's good. I decided that I'd start doing some morning streams for development on Minecraft. I'm making a bunch of different mod packs that will be used for the randoms and maybe some off-shot mini series along the way. And I figured a few people don't know how to do it, and it's kind of an interesting process. And I've been working on one that is called the Legends of Randomia, which is a fabric-based mod pack that is kind of like a fantasy role-playing type of thing. And at the moment, I'm kind of working on setting up the menu for that game. Because I do like a good custom menu. Magician says, I hope I have that motivation to do editing. I don't have any motivation to do editing this week, which is why I'm doing a stream. But shh, we won't talk about that. This is early morning for me. It's only 9:20. And I'm aware that it's technically earlier, I think, for Zeph. I think it's like 8:20 in the morning for him. But this is early for me. I had a late night last night working on this, so one of the first things that I need to do is I have Photoshop open, and I need to make some nicer buttons. I have a sample of netherite, so what I want to do is I basically want to take that netherite texture and make a netherite style button. I'm probably going to remove the purpley sort of burgundy tones from this, so I'll probably desaturate it, which I could do in here. I think what we'll do is we'll duplicate the layer so I don't accidentally hurt this. I don't really want to overwrite something and then not be able to get it back, so yeah, streaming is easier because there is no editing. I concur, it's a lot easier. So I'm going to go to my adjustments and go to hue and saturation. This is going to allow me to lower that saturation down. I don't want to remove all of the color, but I want to remove a good amount of it. So we've still got a little bit of the tones in there. I'm then probably going to... Actually, let's take the saturation up, because I kind of want to see the tones that I'm working with, because I kind of want some of the... Yeah, that sort of reddy color. So we want to take it down to 70 now. Let's just type that in. And then we're going to take down the lightness a little bit. So now we've got this issue where it doesn't quite pop. The colors on here don't quite pop that much in comparison to how it was before. Because we've desaturated it, the tonal values are starting to blend together. So we're going to go to contrast and brightness, or brightness and contrast as it's also called. I don't know why I said that the other way around. And we're just going to increase the contrast and increase the brightness. Actually, we might use legacy to kind of pop it. There we go. Take the brightness down. Okay. So what we've done is we've taken the netherite from looking like that to that, which is a subtle change, but it's a change that is enough for what we're wanting to do. So I'm going to hold shift to make sure I take a square of that. The easiest button to do first would be the box button, because I can literally just paste it in and then put it there. But I think we're going to do the long button first, because it's going to be the hardest one to do. I say hardest one to do, it's not going to be that hard. We need to make sure that's 54, because that's the size in terms of height on here. So you'll notice that this is only taking up half of the vertical space. It's more netherite than the netherite. It is more netherite than the netherite. Let's turn down this music a little bit. For anybody who's interested, I'm listening to Bill Fisher, who is a musician from the UK. Does a lot of retro style music. Okay, there we go. Definitely he deserves more attention. He is extremely good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take a duplicate of that layer. Like that. And then we'll do, I think we'll probably take it from where there is. Layer that by a cut. Okay, that means that we can just put that side. So now what we have to do is we have to fill in all of the middle. That's the key. There's a bunch of different ways you could do that. We could hand paint it, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I can't be bothered. It's Wednesday morning. I am just drinking my first cup of tea of the day. Isn't that copyrighted? What, the netherite texture? I'm going to assume you mean the netherite texture. If not, then you'll be talking about the music. And either way, yes and yes. The textures for Minecraft are copyrighted, technically speaking, but it's a fan-based thing and it's still within the engine. And the song by this album by Bill Fisher, he's an independent artist, so there is no label for him. And although, yes, it will be copyright to him, this is a stream as opposed to a video, and I don't care about monetization on my streams. I would rather promote a good artist. It's all about the relaxing tea session as opposed to monetization. If anybody is a fan of classic rock, which, to be fair, I don't know how many people are nowadays, but if you are, Bill Fisher, you can't really go wrong. Genuinely a fantastic musician. He has a band called Church of the Crystal Skull, I think it's called, if I remember correctly. And they are really, really good. Very sort of Thin Lizzy-ish. Again, I don't know how many people know who Thin Lizzy is. So we're gonna basically take a few duplicates of this, and then we'll put these into a folder and then move it across. Right, so one of the problems with doing this shortcut, if you are, let's turn pixel grid off. Exit the view, right? I cannot remember where pixel grid is off the top of my head. It's under show, right? There we go. So you can see where this texture is repeating. We're going to fix that after using a stamp tool. So this is kind of like a shortcut as opposed to like having to like paint it all the way across. And then we're going to duplicate these two layers again. Eventually it gets sort of faster and faster each time as we keep, nearly deleted them. We're essentially going to keep doing this until we've got the whole thing covered in, but then the texture is going to be repetitive, so we're going to use some blending stuff and then we'll paint more of the texture back in over the top, but it will be a lot less than painting the whole thing. About halfway, so we're just going to grab all of those except layer 3. That menu should do it, maybe. It did. Okay, cool. Alright, so we have our sort of thing, but we can see this pattern that runs all the way through it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select all of the copies of layer 4. which is all the way down to there. And we're going to put those into a folder. And then I'm going to duplicate that folder. Duplicate group. Hide the copy. We're going to put it at the bottom because that's just a backup in case we do something horrendously wrong. And then we're going to merge that group. So if we select from why hello there, wrong account. Welcome, wrong account. So we're going to select up to there. I have no idea. Yeah, it was a 𝗘𝗡𝗜𝗚, a lesser speckled 𝗘𝗡𝗚. How are you doing today? You good? I assume it's him. You would have assumed right, I think, Magic. Well, that's too heavy of a smudge. Go kind of low, I guess. I kind of feel that's also a bit... we might be able to get away with that, but let's go... Yeah, that's what... 𝗘𝗡𝗜𝗚 gets around, he's everywhere. International man of mystery. Is he 𝗘𝗡𝗚? Is he Atlantia? We don't even know. Well, I'm doing very well. For those who have just... For those who have just joined, such as 𝗘𝗡𝗚, we are making some buttons for a Minecraft mod. So we're essentially making a GUI. And anybody that doesn't know what a GUI is, please Google it, because you disappoint me greatly. I'm just kidding. I believe it stands for Graphical User Interface. I am also a fan of GUI things. I wanna take that there, rather than doing some painting. We're just gonna copy that across a few times, I think. Take those ish, and then yeah, we'll probably do some painting over the top. Let's take those and just put those into a folder. Silently googling GUI. Yeah, it's GUI. We say it as GUI, but it's GUI. And so only the cool kids apparently pronounce it as GUI. Everybody else pronounces it as GUI. So one of the things that I want to do now is I want to put some texture on this thing. Give it a little bit of depth. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've converted it into a smart object. A smart object, basically it's kind of like having a group, like a folder like we made before, but everything is editable in a PSB, which is a type of file that Photoshop uses. So if I was to double click on this icon here in this tiny little corner, it would load up a separate Photoshop file. So it's behaving like a single image now, but it's actually still all grouped together. So we can now apply lots of nice things to it. So one of the first things we're going to do is apply a gradient overlay. And we want to put that from white into, I'd say, like a mid-tone grey. Somewhere around there, maybe. And then we're going to set the blend mode to be multiply. Like that. So all that we've done is we've just made it where it gets darker at the bottom now. Let me make that a touch darker though. Yeah, I think that's nice. Okay. And then we might do an inner shadow. Set that to white and then put that as an overlay or maybe a soft light. Set the distance up a little bit. Let's have a somewhat hard edge. I think that's good. Somewhere around there. Okay. So what we've done there is we've kind of... There we go. So we've just put in some tonal values to make it kind of have like it's bulging slightly. Or has a shimmer. Now that we've got that, we're going to hold Alt and click on New Layer. And this is going to allow us to create a new layer, but select the previous layer as a clipping mask. So we're going to have Group 2, this smart object, as a clipping mask. And we're going to name this... I actually don't know what to name this. I didn't plan this stream. And it shows. I do like slime, apparently. Yeah, slimes are cool. I do like slimes. So we're gonna name this wear and tear, maybe. Because that's kind of what we're going to be using this layer for. We're going to need a brush. And the hardness is going to need to be up. And the size is going to need to be down, because that is massive. Let's see what size that is. I want to use like a mid-tone. I kind of think that's good. Okay. So what does a clipping mask do? A clipping mask means that if I was to just switch that over and select my brush, I can paint here, but if I go off, you see it ends where it doesn't matter what I try and do here, it's not going to show. It's using the previous layer as a masking sort of tool, so it'll only display things that are inside this box. They're extremely useful for digital painting. If you're doing texturing or shading over the top of a flat image, apply a clipping mask to the layer. So we want to basically paint in some cracks and scratches. So we're going to put one in sort of there. We'll put one coming up through there, I guess. It's kind of freeform, this, I'll be honest. and see what we're looking at. Might be actually better keeping it at 100% for this. I don't like that angle. I want it to kind of just cut all the way through. I don't think I like this bottom middle one. But, that one kind of mimics this one too much. Let's just quickly go to blend options on here a second. One of the things we want to do is apply a drop shadow to this. And I know that kind of sounds a bit weird, but it'll make sense. Where? There we go. Now we just have a little bit of the fun stuffs. Do you like slime? I mean, he could Google GUI. But we're going to want to touch those bits up after. But I think that's going to be kind of how I'm going to go with this. I think... Do I prefer... I'm not sure whether I prefer it with the cracks or just like nice and flat and plain, in honesty. I think what I might do is just try and go to brightness and contrast and play around with some values in here. Okay. I've no clue on everything you do. Yeah, it's I sometimes get slightly distracted with Photoshop. To be honest. We're kind of pretty much done now. Once that first one is done, we're able to essentially just do that and duplicate it down. And then all we're doing here is we're selecting what we want it to look like when somebody hovers over it. So I'm just going to have it where probably where the brightness increases by 20%. Maybe 40%. Just keep playing around with that until I'm happy with it. Okay, there we go. Kind of like that. And then I might put a slight shimmer on there, which we can do quite easily. So you're learning many things. Well, good. Good, man. That's great. I'm glad that you're learning stuff, because that's kind of what I was hoping people would get out of this, is kind of learning something. I wasn't sure if anybody would learn anything, because it's pretty early for me, and yeah, I'm not the best. I don't run at the best. Yeah, see, this is my point. I don't run at the best caliber when I'm normally awake, so this is there we go. Let's put that there. Not the most ideal. So we're going to select a brush as well. We want to set that to white, because this is going to be our go to about there. Okay. We only want half of that. Just under half. Okay. It kind of looks like I've gone a bit insane at the moment. I promise it will make sense. So we're going to lower the opacity on this layer ever so slightly. Go to about there, I guess. And then we're going to put that there. Hold shift so I can change it without it being uniform. Take those, convert that to a smart object. Click that button to do a layer mask, and then select black. Hardness 0, good. And we'll lower the opacity down on that. Actually, we could try maybe going with an overlay, maybe. Oh, hang on. Make sure we have that bit selected. No, we'll go soft light and then lower the opacity down on it a touch. Hide that ruler. Add a tiny little glow there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Some modest words for a human computer. I'm okay. I'm not the best at a bunch of this. Okay, let's delete that. I decided not to go with the wear and tear look, so I'll have to deal with that. So I'm gonna take those two beautiful things. And then we're going to actually, let's duplicate them. And then rasterize the layers. And then rasterize the layer styles as well. Because we're going to be converting them into short buttons. So I'm just going to take that and layer that by copy. And then just really cheaty, just move that along. And we should end up with short buttons by the end of this tiny little section. There we go. And then we just need to move the long button. Yeah, we need to move that over. There we go. That's the short button's done. And then there's the box button, which, as you can imagine, is exactly the same as what we've just done, but we make it a box. So we're just going to take those, I guess, again. Move them over to here. Anybody that makes actual game-based, like actual GUIs for games is going to be like shouting at the screen. Like, this is not the best way of doing this. And I know that. You know that. This is a very cheaty way of getting things done quickly. It's not what they would tell you to do if you were studying it. They'd be like, don't do it like that. That's a bad way of doing it. But this is for Minecraft, and everything in Minecraft's bad, so... let's merge that group together, because I need to do a little bit of a smudging. Okay. I don't think we're going to put the... don't know if I'm going to put the glow in for that. We will look at it, but I don't think I'm going to. I 100% lied. I'm going to. Let's do it there. Okay. All I've got to do now is save all of this up. So let's save all of the PSDs first. And we can actually go and launch Minecraft, which by the way is going to take several thousand years. So strap yourselves in for that. Okay, so let's save. We want to save this as a PNG box button. And save that as a PNG. I'm not too sure whether these hover things are going to work, just so you all know. I've never played so much, or rather, I'm new to playing around with Fancy Menu, which is a mod to make custom menus. Normally, I use, I think it's called Custom Menu Maker or whatever it's called, which is an old Forge-based thing. They seem very similar, so I'm hoping that this is good, but I'm not too sure. It may go disastrously wrong. Okay, that's all saved, so we can just close that down. We don't need to save our sample. Okay, so LOR is the mod pack that we're making. So that's what we're going to be launching. And whilst that's doing that, I'm going to actually turn the music off because I also want to set up some custom menu music for this. Which I have, courtesy of Dark Fantasy Studio. We'll be attempting to insert that into the main menu to replace the default calm piano music of Minecraft. Which I do love, but it's not really suitable for what we're kind of going for here. Okay. So this is our menu. I've already done some work in here. Obviously, we have our own title, The Legends of Randomia. And we have our custom panorama, which I made late last night. So that's a screenshot of the nether from within this pack. The nether has... it looks different. Let's put it that way. So it's this menu that we're wanting to customize. We're wanting to basically change these buttons, all of these buttons. So if I press Control-Alt-C, I think it is. There we go. I want to manage the layout. There we go. should be button texture for normal, and we will locate that. So we're in resource packs and graphics, and then there should be a long button. Yeah, see, okay, so we have to split up our files. So it pulls from two separate ones as opposed to using anchor points for this mod. So we will have to quickly do that in Photoshop and then relaunch. And then we'll be able to fix that. So we'll have to do that for our 3 files and make them 6 files. So let's close the editor and confirm those changes because we don't want them. And then we will quit the game. And we will, yes, we will relaunch Photoshop, I guess, for now. Oh, thanks, Seth. Yeah, I'm happy with the menu so far. Once I've got the buttons done and put the music in, I will show you guys actually what it's like in game for a moment. Because I thought what might be fun today, if I can figure out how to do it, and I'm pretty sure I can, but again, it's early morning, so maybe I can't. This game has the ability to do some custom things, and I thought it might be fun if we came up with some of those together. Okay, so that's going to be our top. Just going to crop there, and we'll save that. So short button, and then this is going to be _n for normal. And then we want a 54 by 54. Is there. And then we want to do crop again. File, save as, save on computer. As, oh, did I convert that to a thing? I didn't save that as a PNG, the first one. So we'll undo. Just go back and fix that again. 54. Oh. File, save as. Yes, as N. We should have short button N and short button H. What we're going to do is we're going to actually open up my Minecraft folder for this and go into resource packs and graphics to make sure that I have saved those. Yes, we have. Right, close that and open up the long button. So we want 54 because we know that that's our initial height. Okay, so file, save as, save on computer. This is going to be long button N. Same there. Cool. Image crop. File, save as. And this will be long button H. File, save as. Box button N. And then from the bottom, square, crop, file, save as, PNG, box, button, H. Okay, there we go. That's that problem fixed. So we can relaunch Legends of Randomia now and fix up those buttons.
By now the world is well aware of that large lizard loose in Manhattan. Godzilla is big and hungry.
Okay. Parent menu, layouts, manage layouts, class 442, and edit. So let's take this one, the button texture for normal, choose file, and go down to resource packs, graphics, and this will be long button N. There we go, that's better. And then we want to do button texture for hovered. Choose file, long button H. Make sure I got that first one correct. Yes. We've got N for normal. H for, there we go. And we do the same for this one, so button texture for normal. And then the one for hovered. These are our box buttons. Oh, I just realized that's that thing. Oh, there we go. Okay. Button texture. N. And then button texture for hovered. Oh, that's long button. Okay. Did I take the thing for normal one there? No, I did. So these are also box button. Okay, and we've got our two shorts.
Thank you for your attention.
Okay. So that should be our buttons done. There we go. I think those were icons before. Might need to fix those. I think those were icons. But I can change the labels for those. Which we will try to do now. Layout, manage. Edit label. Actually, I think there's a thing for icons, right? Yeah, we might need to put like a change this and put some icons there instead. But for now, we will just edit these and make it an A and an L. Okay. So that there is our nice menu system. Oh, actually, let's go back to layouts and manage, because there is another bit we want to do. Manage audios. Is it new audio, right? New audio. Choose a file. I think there is a file there. Yeah, it's not in there. We actually have it inside resources, music. Choose. Good, actually. I think. Just try saving. I think I have my music in game turned down, so you may not hear it. Okay. We have all of the things that we want there. We're probably going to change some stuff down here and put some accreditation in at some point. But for now, let's close the menu and select single player, and let's create a new world. Actually, we'll leave everything as default, because I think that's going to be the best thing to do. And we'll just call this test world 1. Creative name, I think you'll find. We're going to turn cheats on. Okay. This is the first thing that we're going to be greeted with when you start. You select your origin. So the first thing is your race. So we have human. And then we have an avian. So each different race other than human. Humans are balanced. Essentially, that's the way of looking at it. They're just like your regular Minecraft experience race. Yeah, avian have a bunch of stuff. So you've got like featherweight. So you fall gently to the ground unless you sneak. So it's kind of basically like slow falling. Fresh air. When sleeping, your bed has to be an altitude of at least 86 blocks so you can breathe in fresh air. So that's a downside to them. And then they have tailwind. So you're a little bit quicker on foot than others. But then they have vegetarian, so you can't eat any meat in game. You can only eat vegetables. And fruits. And bread, I guess. So that's avian. And then there's arachnid. So they can climb and they can throw webs and mark their enemies. But they can't eat any vegetables. They can only eat meat. And they have 3 less hearts of life than humans do. And then we have wolf-based racers. So 2 less hearts. During a full moon, you're faster, stronger, and healthier. Alpha wolf, so any wolves that you tame will be stronger. And then carnivore, again, restricted to meat. And then we have fox. So sly and cunning, foxes are timid animals who enjoy eating berries and stealing items. So you get a talent called timid creature. So your speed increases when you're around more than 3 other players. Better berries, so sweet berries taste extra delicious to you. That essentially is just that they give you more nourishment, so you can survive more on sweet berries. Careful gatherer, sweet berry bushes won't hurt you. Item collector, larger pickup radius. I want to be Spider-Man. Sly, so they're quicker. And then small fox, you got 2 less hearts than a regular human. Elytrian, they essentially, you have wings from the start. Every 30 seconds, you're able to launch 20 blocks up into the air. You deal more damage when you're flying. But you can't wear any heavy armor. So, bit of a problem. And then being anywhere with a low ceiling for too long will make you weak. And it will slow you down. And then you've got brittle bones, so you take more damage from falling. So, you've got that ability to fly. But you are more fragile as a result. Shulk as a race. So you have access to 9 additional slots of inventory. You've got sturdy skin, so you've got like natural protection. Strong arms. You're strong enough to break natural stones without using a pickaxe. But you can't hold a shield at all. And you exhaust rapidly, so you have to eat constantly. Feline are cat-like, as the cat-like race of the game, so you don't take fall damage. Have strong ankles, so you're able to jump higher. 9 lives, you've got 1 less heart than humans do, because they have 10. Weak arms, so when not under the effect of a strength potion, you can only mine natural stone if there are at most 2 other natural stone blocks adjacent to it. Cat-like appearance, so creepers are scared of you and will only explode if you attack them first. And then nocturnal, so you can see slightly better in the dark. Endarian, so these are born as sons and daughters of the Ender Dragon. Endarians are capable of teleporting but are vulnerable to water. So you can teleport around. But you have hydrophobia, so water will hurt you. I believe that includes rain as well. You're scared of gourds. So any pumpkin that you come across is going to be problematic. In Slender Body, you can reach blocks and entities from further away. So you've got like a bit of more distance. Then we've got Golem. So they deal additional damage when using iron. They've got a body made out of iron, which gives them more health, but costs speed and size. Village life, you have to live in a village. Powerful arms. So powerful arms that can launch foes into the air, provided you are using your fists. So sturdy skin, antivore. You don't need to eat, but this comes with not being able to sprint after a certain amount of time. Long arms, large appetite. Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff that you have to kind of do with an iron golem. There's 3 bits here. This is like a traffic light system. This is the impact on how the race will affect you playing in comparison to straight vanilla. So the impact for an iron golem is medium. Tauros, Guardians of the Plains, calmly grazes on grass. So these have got built-up dash, so you can charge. Grass graze, you can eat grass to gain food. You're vegetarian. You're unwieldy. Habitat advantage, you feel more at home on the plains. Hooved, your legs are shaped different, causing you to move faster but swim slower. Tough hide, so you can take a few more hits. Horned, so having horns deals damage to attackers if there is time to recover from the last attack. So it's kind of like a conditional thorns. Goatlin, which is what I was playing last night. They're a lot of fun. So you can dash. Again, you have horned and tailwind, strong ankles, vegetarian, unwieldy, acrobatics. So most of those are in previously discussed races, but acrobatics is like the feline. You just don't take full damage. Florin is plant-like people, so you can grow plants at the cost of some food. Photosynthesis, you're satiated just by being exposed to sunlight. You deal 2 more damage when wet. You take twice as much damage from fire. You're delicate, so biomes that are too hot or too cold will give you slowness. And nectarivore, so you can only consume honey balls. So that's an interesting one. But you do get, obviously, you get nourishment from the sun as well. But if you're needing to restore health at night, you're gonna need nectar. So you're kind of a day-dwelling creature. And then we have slime. So there's quite a few. So we have slime. We're just going to power through the rest of these real quick. So they're bouncy, ability, sprint, split ability. So turn their food points into small slime to defend you. Small weakness. Acrobatics. Architect. So they have auraphobia, spatial stride, unnatural composition. Then we have witches. We have evokers. We have bee-type people. We've got the cursed, the weeping menace, Merling, which are you're essentially a water person, Blazeborn, the axolotl, cobblestone. So you have cobblestone skin. It's essentially stone man. Nuclean, Lava Sharkarian, Sharkian, Leto, Daltog, Wardens, Dimensional Beings, Inchling, Piglin, Phantom, Snow Golem, Strider, Guardian, and then Random, which will just select a random one. So there's a lot of different races. I think for this example, we may go with something. We'll go with something that affects the game quite a bit. Yeah, maybe not that extreme. Wolf. I tell you, let's go with feline. Okay. So we've selected our race. We've decided to be a feline. But now we have to choose our class. So nitwit is your bog standard thing. You're not really good at anything, but you're not bad at anything either. And then you've got like farmers, so you've got like fertilizing techniques and things. Basically, you can, yeah, you receive twice the yield and stuff. Ranchers, miners, lumberjack, cook, blacksmith, cleric, merchant, explorer, warrior, archer, rogue, beastmaster. So they're around different classes. Yeah, let's go with a blacksmith. Wait, what were we? What was that? Well, we were feline, right? Don't know if a blacksmith would be the best for that. A cook. I think we're carnivorous, so maybe a cat rancher. Okay. Let's make some adjustments to my distance, because I think I set it kind of high for what I'm doing. Okay, so we have started on a random, very colourful island. I don't know where to go from here. Well, there seems to be a ruin over there, so I guess we'll head that way. So we have a mini-map in the top left at the moment, but you will find that when I come across an animal, we have a slight issue. Oh, I need to reset my field of view. There we go. That when we come across an animal, we'll there'll be like a health bar, and that's going to also appear in the top left at the moment. So one of the things that I need to do is arrange that so it comes up in the top right hand corner. I've just not got around to doing that yet. We have a drowned over there. I can see him. Being a cheeky monkey. Some ruins under the sea there as well. Okay, let's get some of these shells and stones out of the way. Starfish. Is there anything in here? There is. Oh, we have some wheat. Oh, actually, let's turn down the volume a little bit as well, shall we? Okay. I don't really think we have the capability to mess around with drowned at the moment. A fishing rod's going to be useful, though. That's for sure. So yeah, there are a lot of different races to choose from. I wanted to be able to give people the ability to kind of select something unique and it have replayability. There are lots of different. Oh, we're not. We're a cat. Oh, we have a tower over there. So that there is kind of like it's kind of like a dungeon. You have to work your way through the floors, and to get to the top floor, you need a boss key. And inside there is a boss that will then drop extra awesome loot. But I think we're going to avoid it for now because, well, I'll level with you. We would die quite quickly. We're a cat-type creature, so we're not the strongest. And I believe that there is a rogue, and I think that they will attack us. But they might be friendly. We never know. Catherine, are you friendly? Okay, no, you're okay. She's neutral unless we attack her. I will accept this. Ooh. Hello! Okay, so let's I can't actually eat any of this wheat. as a cat human, so that's kind of pointless to me. Actually, I could have used it to breed cows. That was a mistake. It's okay, we have a fishing rod, so it's not a problem. Cats love fish. Oh, we have another ruin over there. I don't want to go into that tower yet. We will die. So there's a lot of different things that will generate through the world, like forgotten cities. There's obviously a ton more biomes that are available. So that we're in some ruins here at the moment. That's clear, but there's a lot more. There's a lot more biomes, a lot more stuff going on. The Nether and End have been overhauled. We started in an extremely poor place, I feel. Ow. Mini cactus, get out of here. Can I eat that? I can't. Oh, God damn it. I can only eat meat. Are those cactus trees? I had not noticed the cactus trees before. So this mod pack has, I think it's called Biomes You Go. And that, oh, we've got another NPC over there. But right now we have a chicken that I can't kill. Sticks. It has biomes you go on, so there's a lot of extra biomes. Please don't attack me, Fiora. Don't be that woman. Okay. We're a bit too weak. We started in a very horrible place for a feline. Okay, well, I was kind of hoping there'd be a village, but it appears that there isn't. We do have a ship over there, but that's not really going to be helpful to me either. So these stones, if you collect 4 of them, 4 in a crafting grid, like a 2x2, will make a single cobblestone. And also branches and stuff on the floor will give you sticks. We have some sort of burning thing. Appears like a comet may have hit. We're going to ignore that. One of the problems that we have at the moment is, yeah, we're very, very weak. Ah, there we go. That looks to me like a village that we can go and... Uh-oh! That's not what we want. Damn it, Bowman. Leave me alone. Strafe. This could actually be a bad outpost. I'm being chased by him. We're gonna hope it's not, but it could be. I can't really outrun him. Okay, no, this is a village. Gonna have to strafe to get around. Hopefully we can lure him into the into the iron columns. me alone. Really? Just no meat? Oh, but at least got some armor. Did that iron golem kill him? I think he may have. Okay. Oh, we have enough to make an iron sword. So we should probably do that. If I can find a house with a goddamn crafting table. The furnace. I do like that stone bit there. Ah, just apples. All this place has is apples. I'm taking your bed. I think we've come across like some sort of vegetarian town. I do not see one. Let's put a bed down. I'm gonna sleep and then I'm gonna jump into creative mode and I will show you some of the bits without screwing up. Switch creative. There we go. So we have outposts that are biome dependent. So we've got different types of those. I have no idea what's in all of these. I think they're just, yeah, I think they're just hot air balloons for the sake of hot air balloons. We have a pirate ship over there. Cows. So we've got a bunch of different types of animals on here. So we have like a rainbow sheep, which are entertaining. There's another one of those towers. We've got a sooty pig. I can show you actually what's inside these towers, or at least, oh, there's two next to each other. Okay. So inside these towers, you've got some loot on the bottom floor, and then every single floor going up has spawners and more loot, so you kind of have to like navigate your way through each floor, and the loot sort of gets progressively better as the higher up you go. There's the ladder for this floor. The mobs also get like stronger as you go up. We won't go all the way to the top because I don't want to spoil what's all the way up there. But yes, there are basically, there we go, you can see a creature up there. Lots and lots of different things for you to explore and do. We still have all of the vanilla stuff, so we've got a temple down there. So we're in a savanna at the moment, and this biome here is an ebony hill. That is a absolutely insane structure, whatever this is. The red rock lowlands. Okay. So if I was to, oh, there's this single little, what's in there? Friendly or the lonely farm? Okay, it's just a lonely farm. I'm cool with that. If we get a beehive, bee nest, Let's just pull it in there. Attach it to that. There we go. Now, I don't know whether this will work. This is a new thing that I've put on. But if you throw an ender pearl at a beehive... There we go. So we're now in we're now inside the beehive. And if you want to get out, you have to go up. So it's better to come in here with a lot of ender pearls or an elytra. But we have specific things in here. So we've got like overgrown skeletons. We've got a creature down there. We have a tank. Of course, we've got bees, which if you touch any honey in here, the bees will become aggressive. You have to be careful over that. What we've essentially done is we've shrunk ourselves down. Okay, so we want to go up. Remember correctly to leave here. Honey blocks. I think that's how you get out from the thing. If not, then we'll have to check, but I'm pretty sure it's... Or maybe it's not. Oh no, there we go. So we can use beehives to teleport, like quick travel, the same as what you do. Yeah, this is the RPG pack. So you can now use beehives to kind of basically get around from A to B a little bit quicker. The same as what you can in Nether. Oh, we have another building over here. Don't know what type of building that is. Doesn't look like a trustworthy... Oh, okay, food and hospitality. Okay, so I'm guessing it's some... I'm guessing it's friendly. Oh, it's like a shop. And it has meat, which is good, because I'm a cat. I might hang around here. I don't see the shopkeeper, so... That's an interesting thing that we might need to look into. Cream cow. So this top, on the top left, I may remove Toro health entirely. Or because we can kind of see it on the top middle, but I'd kind of prefer it, I think, if it was the other side, so rather than being top left, it was top right, so it didn't get in the way of our mini-map and what biome and stuff we're on. So that's going to be a thing that we will change. That is a really big hill. Okay, so we're in the Great Lakes. And great they are. Dover Mountains. Wow, those are some high-ass mountains. And we've got some ruins. Okay, so I think that's just a random bit of farm. It really is. It's just a random bit of farm. Some potatoes growing and stuff. And then we've got jungle. It's this one. No idea what that is. Seasonal birch forest. Okay. So there's there's lots of different types of like creatures within this pack. Oh, now these trees I like. I like these trees. These trees impress me. So there's a few dimensions to explore. We have the Nether, which has had an upgrade. We have the End, which has also had a massive upgrade. And then we have our new B dimension, which is kind of fun to go into and explore. We have a lot more honey type blocks as well now, I guess. It's very sticky. Like, this is essentially just, if you want honey, you can come to the honey dimension. There's a fair amount to explore in here. I don't want to give anything in particular away, but there's a lot that you can do inside the beehive whilst you're sort of in here. There's a lot of it's very vertical. There is also custom portals. Glow squid. Don't think they give glow ink sacs though. Yeah, I think it's just regular ink. Yeah. Sadly, something that isn't in this version from 1.17. And then obviously we've got our pirate ships, which have got, you know, treasure and whatnot. Maps. Ooh, another building to explore. Oh, okay, so this is one of those trade posts. Let's just do a time set morning moment. Oh, noon. So a couple of the other bits that are on here, we have access to all of the Minecraft dungeons, tools and weapons. You have to actually go out and create these. It's not like default plus with the anvil. These are actually craftable tools, weapons, and armor. There is armor down here as well. Shields and all our armors. One of the mods that I have on here for specifically geared towards the Beastmaster for training animals is wolves with armor. So you can have armored attack dogs, which I kind of feel is kind of important to have in a roleplay sort of situation. I think any good owner of animals would probably come up with armor for them. We did for horses, so it makes sense. We have hats, just for added fanciness, if you fancy a hat. We also have winged, which essentially allows you to craft different types of elytra. So there's lots and lots of different types that you can craft up. Gliders, glass wings, you've got the Vex. creamy white wings, bat wings and membrane, mech dragons, redstone, and so on. These are all the better end stuff. We have MobZ installed, which gives a lot more mobs to the game. We have extra alchemy, so you can craft vials of potions, as well as potion rings, which essentially you can apply a vial to a ring and it creates these potion rings, and then it uses XP. So every 60 seconds it's going to take a bunch of XP off of you to keep it powered. We've got expanded storage because expanded storage. Astromine, so if you do get through, or if you just want to go a little bit more sciencey, sort of futuristic-y with it, you can create some fancy stuff. Earth to Java is basically, it's just Minecraft Earth critters. Again, just to add a little bit more to the game. And then we have some artifacts. You got like flippers and fire gauntlets, pendants that you can wear, superstitious hats, and umbrella. A lot more food. We've got a lot more food in the game. And then there's an alchemy mod for lag monster, rocks, fabric furnaces, and 𝗥𝗚𝗚𝗘𝗖𝗞, which basically puts in some more terrifying items. Another point to make is we're using Adorn in this pack, so you can still do in some level of interior design. If you are on the Random Fandom Discord, you may be aware that I've been working on another mod pack called Exquisite Architecture. It doesn't give as much free reign as that, but it gives enough. You know, you can make your kitchen stuff and sofas and your coffee tables and stuff that you can have, and lamps, and crates of stuff, kitchen counters, drawers, and all the rest of that. So if we were to pop one of these drawers down, there we go, and you can access it. So it's functional as well as it being there we go. You can sit on the chairs. So it's you can, damn virgins, you stay away from my sofa. You can decorate an interior, but it's just not as in depth. We have a lot more enchants, so there's a plenty of extra fun stuff that you can apply. And then we've got some Astromine core stuff. So you've got the manual for Astromine, and then you've got transport for Astromine. This is all the stuff for battle towers, which we won't get into because, you know. And then we've got stuff in the Bumble Zone. So this is when you go inside the hives. We've got sulfur. And then we have a little bit more of an expansion on Abruin. Now, that's a good artifact to find if you're a cat. Everlasting beef, right? Or eternal steak. They're super rare, but if you could find one. Okay, let's clear our inventory. Oh, one more thing that you can do is you can set your gender. Oh, there's also, yeah, there's fireflies at night and stuff because, you know, I like that mod. One of the things that you can do is you can set your gender. I have changed the setting at the moment. Oh, my cat sights come out. That is very bizarre. That is kind of terrifying, actually. Oh, that might be because I have fabulous set, right? Yeah. That could have something to have done with it. No, no, no. That is just genuinely my sight at night. I am not happy about that. Ah, hello, Kale. Yeah, I definitely want to be near light sources at night. One player sleep. That would be dependent on what you wanted to do on the server, data pack wise. I kind of think that it would benefit from multiplayer sleep, but using a vote system, or a percentage base, so it has to be a few players go to sleep. If it was on a public sort of realm, that's definitely what I would recommend if it was like a public server, as opposed to just single player sleep, because there is things, that's incorrect, there are things that the players can do at night that require it to be night. So if there was just one person, they could just repeatedly go to sleep. And I've seen a lot of servers with single player sleep on, where they bypass night and somebody needs night and they don't care, they just keep changing it back to day. And that's just for things like villager trading to try and get a zombie and stuff in vanilla Minecraft, let alone in a sort of situation like this where you might need to summon something at night. So I think I would probably recommend like a percentage based sleep, so it like takes a few people as opposed to it being singular. Again, at least on a public server. Okay, so we want to make some adjustments to Toro health, because as you can see, it's overlapping with our minimap, and I kind of want it to be in the top right instead of the top left, so we're gonna make that as a change. So let's close the game down. So we've got our menu. Our menu's nice now. I'm happy with the updated menu, updated buttons. That was fun to do. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit of Photoshop, or at least some shortcuts for Photoshop. We'll make some icons for those at some point to match these for language and accessibility. We'll probably do a speech bubble for there and an ear for here. I think that's probably a good thing for accessibility, is an ear, and then for language a speech bubble. So let's open up our Minecraft folder. We want to open up our configs, and we want to find Toro health, which I think is there. There we go. So we have our anchor points, and we have our positions. Type number, color. I wonder if we can move our biome. I think it's called like biome name or biome something. It's called biome something. Biome info. I wonder if there's a config for that, because we could move the other stuff to the right hand side, because I don't think Toro health likes to be moved. But I don't think bioinfo has the ability. No, it doesn't appear like bioinfo does have the ability to move. We will check that. Let's create a new thing. Bioinfo. There is no in-game options for biome info. Yeah, I already checked that yesterday. There are quite a few mods. I will load it up again and have a look, but quite a few mods have started removing the in-game options. People don't tend to like it, so they tend to just pull it out so that you can't change stuff in a mod pack. But I'll see if it's there, but I'm pretty sure it's pulled out. At least it definitely has been for Toro Health. Maybe it's not for Biome. Well, I'll take a cheeky little look. We'll see if it's if either of them have it. I know that the minimap is that's configurable in game, but I don't know if Toro Health or Biome is. I think I said Biome Health there. Biome Info. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is put control on C. Put that in momentarily. Save. Check biome info. Yeah, see, biome info has no config. I don't think Toro does either. Maybe it does. Toro. Yeah, Toro doesn't either. A lot of them have started taking them out. There's a few that still have them, like Bumble Zone, that has configuration. A few of them do, but a lot of them have kind of been pulled. I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah. Kind of irritating. It does make customizing things a lot more difficult. Oh. We hide that. Control C to hide that. So we're gonna have to go back into the config. Yeah, biome info. If you actually look on biome info, it actually does say that it has configuration options. And that it has in-game configuration, but it doesn't anymore. And then if you look, someone says you can find the config file in the config folder under biome info, but that isn't there either. So at least if it is, I'm missing it constantly. But Toro is. So we may need to just do the edit on Toro Health. Failing that, we can hide the thing because you do get it from Whaler, so because what we want is we want that up in this corner, or yeah, I wouldn't say the bottom. Okay, let's try doing top right. What distance is falling? I think the X and the Y are widths, so let's set that to like 3. Actually, we'll set it to 500 for a moment. Actually, no, let's set it to like 30 because I'm not entirely sure what scaling they're using for this, so it could be like up to like 50 or 100 or something, so I don't want to sell it to a point where it'd be off the screen and I can't actually see the change that's been made. Documentation for mods is very limited, especially with Fabric. It's a lot newer than Forge, so there's times where you kind of have some issues. Foodstuffs. I'm going to check if I can find Whaler. That's fine. Let's re-roll. Winged. I don't worry about any of that. I think we'll try that. Yeah, it could be that it's a minus when anchored to the right as well. It's just dependent on how they've coded the actual mod itself. Whether it's because I'm guessing that the anchor point is probably going to be on the thing, so it might need to be minus. But we'll see. We'll see. I have noticed that I may need to make some changes to one of the things as well, because I think Eldritch Mobs either isn't loading or I've accidentally removed the mod itself. I may have moved it when I was doing tests last night. Because I didn't see it in the creative menu. I will check Eldritch Mobs real quick. It says we're in creative. I should be able to find it. It might have actually, Eldritch Mobs might just extend in the mob spawn eggs area in miscellaneous as well, actually. I think a couple of fabric mobs don't have a separate area but kind of just utilize that. So I will check there as well. Although I don't believe so. Oh no, we do have some eggs there. Oh, they're the ones from Adventure Z. The upgrade cores. All our crafting pieces. Yeah, so Eldritch definitely isn't there. I have a cow getting in my face. He may end up getting killed. I didn't see Eldritch in any of these. Oh, that's the wrong section. Okay, come here, Mr. Cow. Yeah, see, now we're completely gone, so I'm guessing it may be minuses. We'll have to check the minus value. It may be that it just doesn't like to anchor anywhere but top left. And then we might just have to position the XY values accordingly. But we'll try a minus value. I wish you didn't have to completely restart the game, because it takes a while to relaunch. But it is what it is. It's not in the mod list either. I don't think I saw it in the mod list. Dragon Loot is. Oh no, Eldritch Mobs is there. Although the icon's missing, so maybe. I may need to just do the config file for that. That may be why, because everything's turned off in there. But that's fine. Okay, so let's go into here. We don't need that open. Config. Taro. Edit. So by default they were set to 4s. So if we go minus on the X, the Y would still be 4. Top right, hide delay, show entity. I don't know what the distancer is, but I'm gonna trust that that's probably fine. And then before we relaunch, it'd be an Eldritch Mobs. need thingy all of that, which we can do in game. We'll do that through the in-game menu and then save the config, so that won't be a problem. Okay, whilst this loads, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a cup of tea. If the width of the template shouldn't matter, because if the anchor point is on the right, then that's where the anchor point is for where it starts. So the anchor point should be basically 0 should be the top right hand corner as opposed to the bottom top left hand corner. But I will keep checking and fiddling. But whilst that launches, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Mr. Cow. Oh, I see. So we are over there. So we do want to be maybe minus. Let's go minus 300. Because I can see it there. And we want to disable a feature in Whaler as well. Actually, I don't know if it's called Whaler here, is it? It's called like R something. Oh, I have an issue with this. I'm pretty sure every time I click that, yeah, it does. Yeah, I need to fix that. That was an error I found last night. Okay. So, first, borrow. Actually, I might change scaling as well because it's quite a large bar. Save that and then fine. May just have to pull the Whaler thing. Does seem to keep giving me problems whenever you try and update anything. Actually, the mod might need an update or a rollback, come to think of it. As opposed to an update, it might need a slightly older version. Maybe conflicting with a mod that doesn't get updated as much. Yeah.
I wanna take you to the ocean.
Okay. So yeah, so that anchor point was the anchor point on the screen as opposed to anchor point for the actual template itself, which is kind of crazy that that's not like it should be like two separate things. Again, fabric is new. I'll let them off. It seems like it anchors, so you can anchor top right, so that's like anchor point to the screen, but the anchor point for the actual thing is still top left. Which should be definable on its own. I'd actually prefer it if they just worked it the same as Zero, the minimap. That's a much nicer configuration. Okay, so 300 is dead center, so that's good to know. And I definitely prefer it being 0.75 scale. So we're probably looking more like maybe 60. I think. And then I'm gonna, for now, until I figure out what causes the crash with... what am I looking at? No, minus 175 would only move it... So that's minus 300 is what that's set to. And that puts it dead center. So if it was 175, it would be sort of like halfway across. I think it wants to be more like minus 100. I'm going to try minus 70 and see where we're sat. The problem's like having to reboot constantly, which is a nightmare, because there are some config files that do change when you F3T and reload, but this Toro Health I know isn't one of them, as it's kind of like hard loaded when you very initially launch the game, and then that's it. Yeah. Try that for now. See where we sit. And then once I've done this, I'm going to look at the page for the Whaler update. If there's not a good thing for Whaler, I'll just pull it. Knowing what you're looking at's not massively important, and I kind of feel that it does also detract somewhat from the experience if you know exactly what block it is you're looking at any given time, as opposed to learning them. I will point out that it is exceedingly toasty in this room right now. Reading world data. Damn it, now I want toast. And do you know what I could go for right now? Eggs Pacifico. I like the Eggs Benedict, but with smoked salmon. I could totally devour an Eggs Pacifico. The whaler systems they're useful for certain things, like so when you're looking at, for example, like a stick, you kind of know that it's a stick, and it acts as a prompt for new players. It's not really necessary for these. See, even 100 is still way too high. I think it probably wants to be like minus 30. Minus 30 might actually be better. That's still very far across. Because you gotta remember, we changed the scaling as well, so it's smaller now than it was. So we may need to sell it to like minus 30. Okay. I'm guessing you could also devour some Eggs Pacifico. Double. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find HHH. There are some mods as well that might depend on it, but I don't think there is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write that onto my desktop. Put it in my desktop folder for now. If on the off chance that somebody likes the sound of this song that's playing in the background, this is Church of the Cosmic Skull, which is a really awesome band from Nottingham in the UK. It's fronted by a guy called Bill Fisher, and the whole band is really good. The harmonics are amazing. They're kind of like... kind of similar to The Darkness. There's kind of like a slight tongue-in-cheekness to the band. Okay, so that's that sword. Getting distracted by the music. Minus 30. You know, even that might still be too much. But we'll try it. Because you never know. And we've pulled... what am I looking at? So... we will try that. And then we'll... If this works, if this is like in a nice enough place, at least for now, then we might do some of the Eldritch Mob setup. Because I think that encountering bosses whilst you're traveling around will be a lot of fun. It's one of the things that I've always felt is missing from Minecraft. Terraria is a great game, solely for the fact that there's like a bunch of different bosses. And when you think about it, Minecraft has two. You've got the Ender Dragon and you have the Wither. And that's it. And I know that there's the... Elder Guardians, the fish boss things, but they're not really bosses. They're not difficult to kill. They don't even have a boss bar. If it doesn't have a boss bar, it's not a boss. One thing I'd really like in Minecraft is scalable bosses. I think I've spoken about this a couple of times before, maybe on some podcasts. But bosses that scale, so the more players that basically attack it, the harder it becomes. Like, it becomes tougher. So it's got conditional logic, detects how much damage it's taken, and adapts So it might do skills that are more dangerous. Okay. Anything in the Benedict family is always on my list. Benedict Cumberbatch. He's on Derple's list. Yeah, Derple would eat Benedict Cumberbatch for breakfast. I mean, he is a good actor. Oh, that initial loading thing. Get that sort of. Are we a little bit better now? Okay, minus 30 still a little bit far. It might be like minus 15. It really did not need to go that far. But that's a little bit better, and when we hit it, we should get the damage indicators. Yeah, we do. Which is kind of good. That's kind of what we're after. Naughty cow. Okay, let's have a little look at Eldritch whilst we're here, and then we'll half the other stuff. We don't want to turn off the name. We don't want to... We might turn that off. It depends on whether Toro Health detects them. What do I think would be the best race in your case? Probably... And there's a few that are pretty good. Phantom's pretty good, because one of their abilities is phase. And I think that mixed with the rogue class would be extremely exciting to play as. It does mean that you burn in daylight, but the Phantom has a mode called Phantom Mode where they can walk through walls and stuff like that. And then the Rogue has the ability to go completely invisible. So they kind of work in synergy together. Okay, I'm happy with all of those. I already checked all of them, so... Yeah, I've got those set. Fine. don't think we're going to do whitelist and blacklist for tree types. But that's something we do. We will do some setups for that though. Yeah, Fox. Fox is another one that's pretty viable. One of the races allows it where if you press your primary power, allows you to jump dimensions without having to go to a portal. I can't remember which one it is. It might be 𝗠𝗢𝗏𝗏𝗠. But one of them basically just allows, so you can just travel to the nether like pretty much whenever. You can just press the key and you teleport to the nether dimension. Which is pretty nice actually. See, now 𝗘𝗡𝗚's a little bit more tricky, I think. I know that 𝗘𝗡𝗚 is a big fan of, you know, the science-y sort of side. There is a couple of classes in the game that I think would probably be useful. There's a few different ones that they work in synergy together. So there's Origins, and then there's let's see, there's Origins, and then there's like 𝗏𝗏𝗏's Origins. Then there's like a better Origins, I think it's called, or something along those lines. There's quite a few. There's Origins, and then there's lots of people that have made plugins specifically for Origins. The Architect is one. The add-on for the Origins mod. Okay, so let's go change that. We're gonna set it to like -10, I think. As a race for 𝗘𝗡𝗚, I'd probably go with what's it called? It's like nucleite or something. They're like kind of very tech sounding. They're basically radioactive, so they're kind of like, I think you could merge that in with like that sort of sciencey type thing. One of the things that they have is like they can turn themselves into a warhead and like pound into the ground like a rocket. They're basically like a radioactive Iron Man. That's that seems like what they're like. I'll tell you what. When I launch the game, I will create a new world so I can look at the races. I'm pretty sure the nuclei would be the thing that I would probably say 𝗘𝗡𝗜𝗚 is. I think his attitude, where he's really calm. Like anybody that's watched 𝗘𝗚𝗚's videos, he's a very calm person, but he has a temper. I think he definitely has the potential to go nuclear. So. For classes, I'm just gonna say cook, just because. Be right back a moment. Okay. Let's create a new world. Call this test world 2. Make sure we have cheats enabled, because yes. And I will go through the races and classes and see if I can figure out what I would make 𝗘𝗚𝗚. Also, 𝗘𝗚𝗚's pretty good at Minecraft, so I'd probably give him one of the more difficult classes to play. I mean, this is a morning tea session, so this is nice and relaxed. There is no rule. We're doing a little bit of development. When was I good at playing Minecraft? When did this occur? Definitely 𝗘𝗡𝗜𝗚𝗠𝗡 wouldn't be avian because they're vegetarian. Arachnid, I don't think you would be. Wolf, fox, elytrian, shulk, feline, and Darien. Iron Golem, Tauros, Foreign Slime, Architect. I mean, an architect kind of suits your building thing, because that's basically what they are. They're a distant cousin of the now extinct builders. Your realm's been destroyed and you've become stranded on this one due to your unnatural composition and affinity for spatial magic. You gain several benefits and weaknesses. You have auraphobia, so you take massive damage over time when in contact with gold, and you can't consume any gold-related items. But then you have spatial stride, which can be activated on the ground. And you hover at the Y position you activated it at. So pretty useful for building. Unnatural composition, your armor's only 70%. And then Architect's Curse, which is your secondary key, which activates on the target you look at and applies weakness and minor damage. Maximum of 6 uses on per target. Architect's Focus, created by placing 4 polished blackstone around an emerald block, and stores positions. Subsequent users teleport to the stored position. Brings in an entity you are looking at with you. Resets via crafting it into itself. And then transfer, killing a mob within 15 or more max health gives a level, taking 5 more damage. And then Synthesis, regenerate additional lost health whilst at or above 10 levels. Non-flammable, can't be set on fire, but you can still take fire damage. You take 2 times more damage from magic and kinetic sources, and unwithered, you can't get wither-related damages. Which they basically can get Evoker. Don't think Evoker's right for him, or a B. Weeping Menace, Merling, Blazeborn, Total Cobblestone, Nuclean. Nucleans were created as weapons of war, but after the war they had nowhere to go. So nuke, your body's built in a way that allows itself to detonate. So bombing, you're able to get at incredible speeds when you're in homing missile mode. Homing missile, you're able to glide into the ground by jumping whilst in the air. Radioactive, you leave a radiation cloud when you die because of the radiation within you. Hydrophobia, you're not allowed to touch water. Astronos. Peaceful creatures of the skies. Creatures have fragile health because they don't fight. But these can do, lots of other bits and pieces. Perfect vision, translucent body, sky swimming, lava sharkarian, I always call them Sharkian. They can swim in lava. Sharkians are basically like water-based things. Probably something like Shalom would be. They've got things like gills, so you can breathe underwater, but not on land. So you can only be on land for a certain amount of time, and then you've got to go back into the water. Leto Blooded, Arcane Skin, 7 Lives, Sturdy Skin, Baltog, Warden, Dimensional Being. That's it, Dimensional Being. That's the one. Warp allows you to warp to a different dimension. Mist arms, arms that can reach terrifying distances. Mist skin, misty skin of an interdimensional being. Mist body, your body is made out of mist, causing it to be much weaker. Hydrophobia, so they take damage when in contact with water. Old friends, you have known the ruler of the end for a long time. Dimensional traveler, you haven't explored the overworld dimension, causing you to be slower and weaker there. and adaptive, you can adapt to dimensions with ease. Inchling are just small. No gold, no magic. Yeah, the architect. So got like architect, and then you've got like beastmaster, so company of animals, rogues, archer, warrior, explorer, merchant, cleric. Good day to you, Prince. Blacksmith, cook, lumberjack, miner, rancher, farmer. Like you wouldn't want to go like architect and then cleric, because you take damage from potions as an architect. You're like weak against magic. So if you were a cleric and you were using splash potions, you're gonna have a bad time, right? Explorers might be pretty good. Archer. I'll tell you what, for this we're gonna go with explorer. There we go. Okay, so that doesn't change any of the thing. See, we're getting close. We're getting close with the get away from me, baby cow. With Taro health, it seems like it's getting roughly into the right position. I mean, this is at -10, so I think the anchor point might have been in that place, but for some reason it didn't change on the first time. There must be a beehive somewhere around here. There it is. Yeah, we're gonna wanna make some changes to Taro health a little bit more, I think. I'm gonna try putting it like -4 again and see if that, because this is currently at -10. It's still, yeah, it's still quite far out. I'm also going to lower its position to be slightly further down as well, because I kind of feel like I want it to be in line with the top of the map as opposed to in line with the biome info. So I want to move it across and then down by maybe 3 pixels as well. Or maybe another 4, so it's at +8. Oh yeah, we don't get exhausted when sprinting. That doesn't affect us, which is nice. That's an upside to being an explorer. That's a class trait, so you can sprint without running low on your life, running low on your food and stuff. It doesn't affect you. It's a pretty good thing to have at the start of the game if you're like needing to like get around. There's a well there. Ow! Don't. We're not a feline or a goat anymore, so we do take fall damage. Dimensional being, rogue, long reach, and deadly weapons. Yeah, I mean that's kind of essentially what you'd probably go with, right? Dimensional being and a rogue. Those are some pretty trees over there. I'm kind of exploring at the moment because we have tweaked some of the other mods as well. So I'm kind of wanting to see if I can come across anything that I have tweaked. Yeah. Down there. One of the things that this could probably do with as a mod pack at some point, although it would take a while to create, would be a wiki, because there's a lot of stuff that you can do on here. There's custom dimensions that you can go to. There is the better end and the better nether, of course. There's the beehive world that you guys saw a little bit of earlier. But I think there's like some boss summon stuff that I pull on here, if I remember, as well. So there's a fair amount. I may look into Ether as well. Oh, it's a baby zombie. I'm not even messing around with a baby zombie right now. Oh, I got some fancy chickens. Bronzed chicken. Well, okay then. You definitely, it's definitely nice to be an explorer at the start of the game. Had a pig. Oh, there's the pig. Oh, no, it's not. It's a brown bear. Let's avoid that. Rocky sheeps. Okay. Yeah, I think what we'll do is fix up that last bit of Taro health. Oh. Oh, those are definitely fancy chickens. Oh, so these shrubs, they give you different types of seeds. So that's like onion, cucumber. They're kind of like random sort of things. What that one is. Pick that up. Horseweed. There's probably something great that we can do with that, but I'm not entirely sure what. There's another shrub. Lettuce seeds. More cucumber. The seeds are going to be particularly important early game for any of the vegetarian ones, except Taurus, because the Taurus can just eat grass. But for any of the ones that are like true vegetarian, where they can't eat any meat, early game's pretty difficult unless you're lucky and you know, spawn near a village or something. So having seeds is gonna allow you to get those bits, or if you're lucky enough to spawn like in a taiga biome or any of those things, you can grab sweet berries. I think there's blueberries as well. So what the hell are you? Gold crested chickens. Wow, you do you, buddy. Okay, so we're in a dark forest now. And a tropical rainforest. So the biomes are definitely all nice and fancy. I can see a beehive over there. I have no idea what that is over this hill, but it was very big. I'd say like forest tower dungeon. So game mode spectator a second. So we're doing a lot of like stuff on the surface, but if you look, we do actually have a lot of things under the ground as well. We've got a lot of like custom cave related things. So there's a lot to explore underneath the ground. There's also stone home mod. So there are villagers that have made towns under the ground, like almost like bunkers in some places. There are also a lot more dungeon types under the ground now. There's the boss key box, so that's what would spawn the boss when you get up here. So you have to fight your way all the way up all of these and get a boss key drop off of one of either from inside the chest or or from one of the mobs that spawn from these. And that will give you the boss key, and then this would then spawn the boss up here, so you'd be fighting up here. Yeah, there's a fair amount of like bonus stuff. I'll the Lost Civilization. It's just got a hermit. He's just got a hermit guy living up here on his own. What a lunatic. Where'd he go? Oh, he's naffed off. He didn't want to play. I will do some cheaty stuff just to show you what we've got to work with elsewhere. Let's just get rid of those. There we go. It doesn't really matter what block I get, to be honest. Just put that there a second. So just set nether portal. Oh, I didn't set the direction. That's fine. Okay, so this is the better nether that we have put onto the pack. So right now we're in a crimson pine wood. You'll see that there is like some things flying up in the skies. There's a lot more dangerous creatures in the nether now. But there's also a lot more to do in the nether. Oh, yeah, the nice slimy... Yeah, the nice slimy walking sounds. Yeah, there's the hydrogen jellies, which they're normally floating in these sort of like large open areas. They're passive, but they will explode if you hit them. There's a lot of floating skulls knocking about that I'm not happy about. Alright, matters, I'm in creative, but if I wasn't, I wouldn't be happy about it. And you don't see any hydrogen jellyfish at the moment. Yeah, it is a gooey sound walking on the in some of the Crimson Forest related stuff. I was kind of hoping to find a hydrogen jellyfish, but apparently not having any luck with that. Area's a bit too small because they're pretty large creatures. The hydrogen jellyfish. There's a ghast. So what's this? This is a bone reef. We've got lots more different types of bone blocks. So you've got like these are bone stairs. I mean, I probably could spawn one of the hydrogen ones, but it's better to find it, right? Plus, I may have broken something when I was changing the configs. I don't think I have, because the skulls are spawning and they're part of the same pack, so I think if I'd have messed up with the one, it would have messed up both. Oh, this is the fungus stuff, right? Yeah, the swamps. Having said that, I've not seen one of the flying pigs yet, either. Oh, there's the glow things. I love these. These are great. These fireflies. These drop glowstone, or chance of dropping glowstone dust, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty useful. I'd have thought there would have been a hydrogen jellyfish in this area. This is big enough to house one. Gravel deserts. Okay, let's have a Christ almighty. What's that? That's a new thing. And I'm going to avoid it, because it looks like it's probably problematic. Although it's mesmerizing me, sorry. There we go, hydrogen jellyfish. Oh, there's literally one spawned as I got the thing. There we go. So that there is a hydrogen jellyfish. They go bang if you hit them. They only have one heart, so they don't take much to kill. And they explode with quite a lot of force. If I was to do... Let's put one up here a second. There we go. So they can be a bit problematic if there's a few of them knocking around near where you're at and something's firing at you. I got a lava golem there. Okay, let's I don't know if this is going to work in the nether, but power of world edit. That's illegal right there, putting a end portal in the nether. Although imagine if that's how you actually had to get to the end, you had to use the nether as opposed to doing it in the overworld. If it was a stronghold in the nether, I think it'd be a good way of gating it. Right, okay. So let's just first things first. Actually, let me, if I look at that, do we get a bar for you? No, we don't. Okay, cool. So bosses don't get the thing, which is good. Let's just do slash kill. At E, and then type equals Ender Dragon. There we go. Just get rid of that. So there's different creatures now in the end. We have Ender Zombies. We have Ender Knights. And if we sail off in a direction, go west, perfectly west for now. There's biomes now in the end, so it doesn't all just look the same. There's lots of things for you to actually go and resource gather in the end. The void jumper known as the magician. Okay, here we go. So we have this biome. So this is the glowing grasslands. Some of the plants here will hinder you as well, as I discovered last night whilst having a little playthrough. So there's a ton. I can't remember the exact number of biomes, but there's a lot of biomes. There's an end slime. Well, there's a lot of biomes and stuff to look around. There's also lots of there's things like these ruins. So there's a fair amount to explore. So I'm only showing maybe like 20%, if that, of the stuff. I wish there was the ability to add some caves into the end. I kind of think that would be fun. But if we take a look down here, there is end doors, and some of them are specific to the end. So gathering certain bits, that is so beautifully brightly coloured. That pleases me a lot, just so you guys know. This rainbow crystal. Why wouldn't you like rainbow crystals? Magnificent. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff that you can then build with and whatnot. TP 0 AT0. Somewhere around there. Okay, so let's go do that thing for Toro Health, and I think that's going to be kind of what we'll probably end up leaving on. But for once I'll probably do this actually off stream. I'm probably gonna close the stream for now, guys. I've got like a couple of bits that I want to do away from my computer, and also it's very warm, so I want to open up some windows. And it's quite noisy outside today, so I don't want to cause problems for the audio. But for anybody that is on Random Fandom, I will probably be in armchair conversations, which is I'll probably spend the afternoon. So if anybody's interested in learning more about the Legends of Randomia and what I've got planned for it, I might share some stuff privately there. Who knows? But thank you all for watching. We'll probably continue doing some stuff for the Legends of Randomia on and off for the next few weeks, as I add, remove, and make changes and tweaks as we go. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all later.
Next time, boxheads.